All right. What's good, y'all? Soul here, and welcome back to the story mode. So, welcome to another edition of Soul Ramble Mode, where we do have podcast-style discussions in regards to much like smaller, more random topics. And in today's, we are talking a little bit about Sparking Zero, something that we haven't talked about in a good minute now, because I don't know. I mean, I do know exactly. I know exactly what happened here, and it is like the embodiment of just truly unfortunate, whether it be timing, whether it just be their timing. It's just a timing situation all around, right? Now, we got Sparking Zero October 11th, I believe it was. It was October 11th, or I guess earlier for anybody that got it, you know, the special edition got it a couple days early. But we got it in October, and everybody was enjoying it those first couple of days. Everybody was just running the hands, whether it be with, Grade 8 Vegeta in the story mode, or just hopping right online and just punching out, just going absolutely balls to the wall. Of course, I was one of those very many people that figured, hey, you know what? This is my ship. It's time for me to hop back on, because I am one of the many warriors that grew up just beating ass on Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and before and afterwards just loved the Budokai Tenkaichi series. So I absolutely loved the concept of it finally coming back in the form of Sparking Zero. Now, this isn't me saying that I don't love this game. This isn't me saying that the game sucks. This isn't me saying that I have a major problem with the game. This is just me saying that my excitement and my investment in it has definitely dwelled a little bit, right? And there's a couple of reasons for that, right? Firstly, the game was fine, right? Those first couple of months, that people were definitely finding like different techs and things like that. It was, it was bound. If you have a ranked mode, it is bound to get sweaty. People are finding crazy techs to get around you, stuff that is just unfun and unavoidable, and it's just, it just got a little wicked, right? And of course, if you're not playing ranked, then the only option you would have otherwise would be to go into, the lobbies, like just random people's lobbies that they would have to set up, or that you would have to set up so you could play against other people, right? And the problem with that is that wasn't as quick as something like ranked matches, where you can just hop in and just fight whoever. Like, you're just waiting in the training room, and then somebody shows up and boom, you box. Like, it was just so much more complicated to just do quick play fights than anything else for no reason. And that grew frustrating over the course of time, because, for a while, all we had was ranked, and, we were playing a lot of ranked. I was playing with my homies, and I had a good time, don't get me wrong. But obviously, that was only able to last for so long before it got a little stale, before it got a little repetitive, and before it just got really, really sweaty in, like, the mid to B's to A's and all that. Like, it just got really frustrating to deal with long term. So I eventually, I started to dwell down my hours a little bit unintentionally, right? It also didn't help, that there were just so many games coming out in October that I just could not look away from, and that I had to get within that week. It was literally like Sparking Zero, Metaphor, and something else came out that week. It was, okay, not that week, but that month with Sonic. But regardless, that defeats, that's against what I'm saying here. But that happened, and then on top of that, for those first 2 months I was playing like a madman, and then Marvel Rivals dropped. Brother, I did not know that my investment would be this bad, okay? Now, I'm sure a lot of you have experienced a very similar feeling when it comes to Dragon Ball and things like that, right? But as you can see from the title that I put here, that I put in place, you might be feeling some type of way about this update here, right? For anybody that doesn't know, they did finally release one of the first major updates with actual like DLC and things like that we paid for, with the Dragon Ball Super Heroes content, with Beast Gohan, with Orange Piccolo, with the Gammas, with Cell Max, and everything like that, right? They claim it to be 11 characters. It is 5. It's 5 characters, guys. Can we relax? That's 11 characters is insane. Don't stop it. Knock that off, right? They have different movesets. It's the same character. They're all built in. Come on. Anyway, regardless, we finally got that major update, and not only did they give us all these different characters to finally play as, but they finally allowed us a quick play option that's genuine quick play. it works the same as ranked now, but instead of getting into an immediate ranked match, you're just going back to back through quick play matches, and you don't have to risk your ranking or anything like that. That's great. That's awesome. That's the best way to go in and just practice with any of the new characters. You could just go ahead and hop in and practice with Beast Gohan or Piccolo or the Gammas or whatever, and learn, the characters and see what you like and things like that. That's great. That's cool. And that is awesome. Now, here's my thing. Did this update come out just a tad too late? I know that sounds kind of dramatic, right? But here's my thing, right? We're getting this first major update in January in regards to characters and stuff that, characters firstly, that we've known about forever, and getting updates and touch-ups to mechanics and, modes, or at least a mode or major mode that we've been asking for quite some time now. I know that developing this kind of thing takes a little while. I get that. But it took so long to the point where it was mid-January. We're in late January at the time that I'm talking about this. Mid to late January is crazy after this game has been out since October, man. Early October. So, is it too late? Right? And the only reason that I'm asking this is because that first day that the DLC dropped, everybody and their mamas was on the game for 5 minutes. Everybody was just like, oh, the DLC. All right, cool. Let's check this out. Let's see what Beast Gohan is like. Wow, he's incredibly busted. Let's check out Orange Piccolo. Wow, he's incredibly busted. Let's check out the Gammas. Oh, they don't charge. That sucks. Nobody plays any of the giant characters because they're not fun to use online, and they're not fun to fight against online, especially because they got hella nerfed. So here we are with 4 characters that people are utilizing. Actually, I guess at this point, 1 character that people are utilizing, Beast Gohan, because he is on the level of broken that any of the fusions or any of the superpowers are, Ultra Instinct Goku or Jiren, full power, right? So, where are we at now? Well, here's the thing, right? I think about Marvel Rivals a lot. I'm thinking about it as we speak. I am no doubt addicted to that game. I have more hours in Marvel Rivals than I do in Sparking, right? And here's the thing. Even if it is a little, Sparking Zero is undoubtedly a little more repetitive, especially because every character has a very similar, moveset. Everybody does kind of the same thing. You press square to hit, you press triangle to use your spec or your key, whatever. Yada yada yada. You guys know how the game plays, so do I. Marvel Rivals, it's a very heavily team-based game. You can just get so much more out of it. There's different modes and things like that, and it's cool, it's fun, it's fine, it's dandy. You could face a very similar repetitive issue, but it's very unlikely considering how different every character is to play, right? Now, the only reason I'm talking about 2 very different games from 2 very separate genres is because of how they handled content, right? We all paid for the $100 edition of Sparking Zero. Most of us did. And it took us months to get our first major update, and it's already just kind of faded away. Of course, it's kind of crazy to say. Obviously, a game like Marvel Rivals, a live service game, free-to-play live service game, is definitely going to focus a little bit more on attention to content and things like that. However, we got the major update for this game, the first major season, within a month. Within a month, we had 2 new free-to-play characters, a brand new map, new modes. We just got another event for New Year's, the Dancing Alliance minigame, which is incredibly fun, by the way, if you know how to play. If you hate that game mode, maybe you're just buns. I don't know what to tell you, but that game mode is very fun, okay? And I think about that, and I think, wow, imagine if, instead of waiting all the way until mid-January to release all these characters that we paid for, that we've been waiting on in this game mode that we've been kind of begging for a minute now, that allows us to just go into quick play and not have to risk our rank just to get in some quick battles. What if we got that in November or December as opposed to mid to late January? The thing about anime games in this era, I was just talking to my boy about this earlier, is that they are so incredibly fickle. And the thing about specifically Dragon Ball games, Naruto games, or just like major shonen line games, those are the only real games that have legs, but even then, they can be very fleeting, very fast. Okay? With a game like Sparking Zero, where all of us paid all this money to see, all these, updates and all these characters and things like that, it just felt like it took way too long to get this stuff. Okay, and I know, it's maybe it's too much to say that those 2 months that we waited, those 2.5 months, maybe I'm greedy. Maybe I'm just greedy, asking to see something a lot sooner. But I mean, really, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping here. Maybe you guys completely disagree with me, and I totally get it. I understand if you don't see, the way I'm seeing things right now. But I could have definitely seen a situation in which if we got that DLC just a little bit sooner, or at the very least, if we got something in between a little bit sooner, I feel like people would feel very differently about Sparking Zero right at this moment. It's not like nobody's playing. People are still very much playing Sparking Zero and enjoying it and still getting themselves up in the rankings and things like that, or just generally enjoying quick play with all the new characters. Don't get me wrong, plenty of people are still playing this game, and plenty of people are still going to be playing this game. However, the reception has drastically changed over the course of this last month, because it just felt like it was just so dry for a while, right? And unfortunately, in this space, with the money that we're paying for these games, for the money that we're shelling out, I think that it's more than fair to expect, a reasonable output for these games. Okay, especially when we're spending over $100 for content, right? Also, $18 worth of DLC for characters? That's crazy. Especially when it's not 11 characters, it's 5. 4 if you don't count Cell Max, because nobody has played Cell Max from what I've seen. Nobody. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little frustrated because I want to feel the same love that I did for Sparking Zero when I first got it, and I just want... I mean, obviously, that love is going to die out. Obviously, the rose-tinted lenses have more than faded, and, we are seeing this game for what it is, and it's a very solid Dragon Ball game. It is a good game. It's very well developed. It's very high quality. I still love it. However, it's just a little upsetting that it was so much easier to fall off of that game than I thought it was going to be. And this is coming from somebody that didn't even 100% fall off. Like, I still log into the game and put in a couple of, like, an hour or so every now and again just to keep myself warm for, the next batch of DLC and things like that. But now that I've seen this DLC and I know exactly what to expect, it's like, man, how long are we going to wait for this next DLC to finally come out for, the Daima pack? And how many characters are even going to be in that pack? We know of 2. How long is that going to take? And it's just, I don't know. I'm in this frustrated space right now where I just feel like they definitely could have spread out the release of a lot of these characters and then maybe eventually put them in a pack at some point for like a couple of dollars so that other people can get them. But like, I don't know. I feel like they definitely could have spaced out the content that they've been giving us a lot better, especially because we have an entire story mode dedicated to what ifs, and not everything needs voice acting. It's okay if we could just have a little bit of text here and there and we could just see, what developers are cooking up for storylines and things like that for all of these characters that definitely deserve better what if scenarios and things like that for their storylines. And I think it's just so incredibly strange that they didn't even touch the story mode, mind you. And here we are, just twiddling our thumbs, waiting for the next update. But now everybody just plays as Beast Gohan on the occasion that they do hop on. It's just odd. It's just very odd. But hey, you know what? Maybe that's just me. I'm stopping it there because I'm just gonna run myself in circles forever if I keep talking about it. So I'm passing the mic over to you guys. I want you guys to tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below. Do you feel the same way that I do in regards to Sparking Zero's most recent update? Do you feel like it took just too long? Even if it was like an okay update, it just took a little bit too long and maybe you've fallen off of it a little bit sooner than you expected, like me? Or I'm absolutely crazy. This update came out at the perfect time. It's everything you needed it to be. It made you just super hyper ecstatic for the next update, and you can't wait for the Diamond Pack to come out whenever the hell that's going to come out. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I'm always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, it does appear to be skedaddle o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and do just so. I would like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm gone. So thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor, taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time.